Abusia judge ya otena Abronye a case in the sono ewa cross circuit court as a friend of his lordship Justice Samuel Bright Aquano when your promotion Mahama are promoting from circuit court bench to high court bench despite all the numerous criticism a course during na team one obu ewa Abronye case in the sono Mahama ama papai promotion ama media no sinbe bebe na no e chiro madwen e wo ho me ma won chiro mo no a chire wadwen ama me e wo comment section aha yi Penyah block media me so say need mo over like keep video no da mo subscribe button so na be click notification icon no latest updates na be chire wadwen de ama me e wo comment section me so ba so no a share for so enya bi ahwe it on the 8th of September 2025 anybody knows say Abronye is being arrested come back for Abronye police for answer can omo achina tum ama omo detaining no in their custody. Now, I did on the 9th, and we go across circuit court 9. Eho, and we are Abronye a coy. Now, Otebon for no Abronye case, so his lordship Justice Samuel Bright Aqua. All the time Abronye a case, Emma that 9th day. Or she say remanded Abronye kakra. No omunye yuhimu. It don't for Abronye engosim. Omudene kwakware hu de see. Na omudena to Black Maria mu. Please for dear chinye please for keto Emma ne kwa Ghana for betru madwen ebi de before be kasa e ada Abronye were criminal. Why all this? Police are almost ADH the other way criminal, but again, what's on a yeka. And the court, I shall say, I'm call. Then I'm finding 12 September 2025. That is last week, Friday. And my last Friday, Omo the Koi. Now, Omo the Abronye a coy, As some uncle Reka. And my court, as I shall say, young for Abronye and question be young command to me, be room the next week, 19th, which is this coming Friday. I'm no crown. Anyone be Abronye so Abronye lawyer ne Abronye so it will say there be ade judge ne no because this is the case of misdemeanor. You say insult any ade misdemeanor. Na misdemeanor so there you treat him as a criminal case. This is not a criminal case. You know how as a judge you treat Abronye no lawyer crowd be case there be enya nice judge no o simra ni trase
court to blatch them. It's a sad day for democracy. It's a sad day for the rule of law because under Article 19(2)(c) of the 1992 Constitution, an accused person is presumed to be innocent until he has proven guilty. He's been proven guilty or he has pleaded guilty. Mr. Abronye has pleaded not guilty to the charges that has been leveled against him. And in fact, the court is duty bound to protect the liberty of the accused person. They say, I have always re-echoed the statement of His Lordship Justice Jones Duce in the case of the Republic versus Prince Chibudako, that the state with all its resources should not be allowed to gamble with the lives of ordinary citizens. Under the circumstances, the state has been allowed by the courts to gamble with the life of ordinary citizens in a matter of a misdemeanor. And it is sad. It is very sad. And this is a country that we are building today. And we urge all well-meaning Ghanaians to add their voice as far as the handling of persons perceived to be political opponents to the ruling party is concerned. Ideally, look at the deployment of police and the deployment of state power using the coercive power of the state against innocent citizens. It's what Justice Jones Duce, when he was sitting as an additional high court judge, stated in Prince Chibudako that the state, with all its resources, should not be allowed to gamble with the lives of ordinary citizens. Now the court has allowed the state to gamble with the life of ordinary citizens in this manner. It is arbitrary. It's unconscionable. But what can we do? We follow due process, make sure that the law is the law and the law sets the wheels of justice in accordance with due process as far as the tenets of democracy is concerned. So we'll pursue. We have our strategies right. We'll climb the next level of the court structure to ensure that the liberty of Mr. Kwame Abronye is restored. We urge the police and we urge the security that if they were able to deploy the hundreds of men here in a matter of a misdemeanor, they should go to the north, where some of our own citizens are lingering in neighboring Ivory Coast as a result of conflict. They should go to other parts of the country, in Boko, where people are dying. They should go to Manson, where innocent citizens are being killed. People are maiming for life. This is what the state should be interested.
Because there was an issue. Then maybe I said the judge is doing too much. Why detaining and why remanding Abronye for the second time? Any other running say equality before the law. It other na runner would do for insult any other. That's a do Abronye say the miemu any other the unchiremu and say ana judge ego koti every book be a George Orwell actually in the 90s or book na book na to the Animal Farm. Our book no a cover the character of animal, their power, their corruption, and what totalitarianism in the forest. And no book no a cover the book no some section be actually say all men are equal, but some are more equal than the others. Right? Say nipa nyina eyepe nanso no ekomu a ebi mu eburu bi so and e true. If we say ensatia nyina kora ho yi enyepe. Ensatia bia ye ensatia but enyepe ne tentene no enyepe and in reality no woni me ya adwen say enyepe nipa nyina yepe nso nipa nyina enyepe. But ade ba koso no say ye Ghana mra no 1992 constitution no ekesi supi ese oba mra na nimu a ye what we call equality before the law. George Orwell, he was just a novelist and a poet. He wasn't a legal practitioner or a lawyer, not or a judge. He wasn't a legal practitioner. He was just a poet or no church and storybooks any other day. I told you the seeker. It wasn't to me or church no beton. It is a church. That's what Kokoti. That way, the media 7 day. How? Like how? How? Meanwhile, you Ghana, you must say you were equality before the law. So yes, Kenny, so here look Kojina Emerana Nimua. Here we are talking about before the law, not equality on grounds. We are talking about equality before the law. Ain't you know? Oh, me go quote George Orwell, Emma, Emfa, and then the boy bra Emfa. George Orwell there, and just a general statement, and will make you concern humanity. The principle of what equality and the principle of what non-equality. And just general statement, make here. But hey, specifically, we are talking about the law in the court of law. Emrane say yen treaty will be a pet. And the judge be quoted. Animal Farm, court say, and I will be to the book way, George Orwell, to the book way. Now, or Chirum say depending on your pet, and so no, in reality, yes, and it's and for anything, for what I say, anything for any party, anything for. Emma sounds me one a judge, a quote, a crown. Obenya Sebo, every say, former Attorney General Martin Amidu, and the key post, and what say, every reasonable and objective non-partisan reader cannot fail to appreciate that Judge Samuel Bright Aqua does not possess the learning, integrity, and high moral character to remain on the circuit court. I just said, Obia na you daho na politics, a friend, and if you say, the capa there. Judge Samuel Bright Aqua on says a man a circuit court to you on says what now unqualified. Anyone even lawyer Oliver Barker, as a say, after reading the reasoning of this circuit court judge on the Abronye case, I sincerely and honestly believe that he is not fit to remain on the bench. I say, we are lawyer, can say David. Ono lawyer was sua mra ni bi asua Ghana mra no akwati wodi asemu atina aseni mu a but when said the judge was can nsemu a the judge is not fit to be on the bench e die nsake no Emma NDC lawyer Hamza Kran ebe kan bi
on the issue of the arrest of party functionaries. I think that I agree with you totally that the decision of the trial court judge, especially in the Abronye case, defies every logic and every legal principles that I have come into contact with as a young lawyer. That point must be made. That decision, when I read it last night, I was embarrassed by that decision, especially as a government spokesperson. I simply it didn't just sit well with me. I tried to look for justification behind such a decision, but I simply couldn't. But this is why I disagree with leader. Many of you in your social studies class, you know the difference when it comes to separation of powers and the different arms of government. The judiciary is on its own. The executive is on its own. The legislature is on its own. And this government promised a reset. It may be difficult for many of you to agree that we are not interfering when it comes to the functions of the judiciary. But I can tell you with all sincerity and certainty, based on where I sit, that we are doing everything within our power not to interfere when it comes to the functions of the judiciary and how they go about their judgments. And so this judgment that was released yesterday is nothing but a poor decision emanating from one of our arms of government, which is the judiciary. The very reason why the National Democratic Congress, under His Excellency President John Evans Atta-Mills, made a promise in opposition to reset the judiciary.
Lawyer Afenyo Markin cross the church mu ebe fire judge. Emma now come media and so ebi mu born left right center because obi can try say and he's a judge. My goodness, Ghana isn't safe. Obi just say what a political judgment. Shame. Obi just I thought we spoke law at the court, but now we are quoting George Orwell in his book Animal Farm. The country can't be that too. Obi just disappointing to hear this from a judge. Obi just what at all have Ghanaians brought on ourselves? Imagine a person like this presides over your case in court for the first time. I agree with the NDC that our judiciary needs a reset. A judge said this, then the man in street has equal sense to the judge. A judge using Animal Farm by Orwell to judge cases. Ghana cast. Mine abo because a judge DSM. Now okoti ade book poet bi and actually poet or no church and the way into no actually a steady nature reality actually book could be. No, as judge, I'm very different from we. What did the assembly? I say, man, awareness. What I say, there's mine. No, it means attack Eban, so attack Eban, so left, right, center, even Martin Pukura can be just even NDC, MPP. The two parties in and will be a legal partition, won't be a number be idea. No, me answer there be. I tell Mona air cost on attention because the issue of misdemeanor, all man will be 2 times a day. How? Now, Omu Canada will quote Animal Farm book will be clear. I talk about power, corruption, totalitarianism in the forest, in regarding to animals in forest. Next we go to in this even in nature. Now you call court of law. Court don't say you equality before the law. That's all the way they be law more. In fact, let's say just said the lawyer judge were incompetent. In fact, were corrupt. It almost and second. That was call the law platform. Almost make people don't just say confirmed. Judge in Abronye case retires. You want ties interested? Judge, turn Abronye case no, retire. But at the latter part, and you retire now when you have promotion. Yankin Kaibi. The embattled circuit court judge, His Honor Summer Bright Aqua of the circuit court bench, retires from the bench tomorrow, the 16th day of September 2025. Judge Summer Aqua can assume or belonging to the circuit court bench, or retire from the circuit court bench 16th September 2025. His honest ruling, which can be read here, has been the center of criticism from many a lawyer and judge. His honest ruling relied on a quote from Idi Amin, which he wrongly attributed to Robert Mugabe, and the non-equality principle in the famous Animal Farm text written by George Orwell. Just a asimodi ye oko miskoti and someone Idi Amin can yes or the questions Robert Mugabe and a kind and appears from the non-equality principle no quality free the Animal Farm book no mono and no enyina and be the center of his criticism and don't amount for anybody judges any more lawyers anybody and also an original resign. The Ghana Bar Association today, the 15th day of September 2025, had cause to condemn the ruling of the court while condemning the culture of insult which has seeped into public discourse in Ghana. There's a no na Ghana Bar no said the judge did assembly condemn court in a assembly a classic court 9 no under the watch of that Samuel Bright Akwan condemn atimune course no but condemn the insult in public discourse in Ghana atimune course no almost condemn what I say. And as remember the date of birth any tamwa lawyer Akwe, a judge Akwe, Obenya appointment, any BBR, the law platform can authoritatively report that the date of birth of His Honor is 16th September 1965. He was called to the bar on the 1st day of October 2010, and he was appointed to the bench on the 18th March 2018. He was posted to his current station, Circuit Court 9, Accra, on 13th August 2020, where he has sat until now. Eti all resign now. No, say Penyah appointment to High Court. What I say? I said that title no, just to cover up things. Title no say retire, say retire, say retire or retire for 12 there be. When you appoint, no, you have to the post move. His Excellency have to the post move from Circuit Court bench to High Court. Appointment to High Court. His honor applied and has been vetted by the Judicial Council on the 20th of August 2025 after 1 p.m. for the position of High Court judge. It will apply a year 20th August, no, as a person, you elevate, no, call High Court judge. His honor has been shortlisted to be sworn in as a High Court judge by President John Mahama, but for delay to the estimated time for the appointment event of some 50 other persons from the bar and bench to the High Court. It is thus to be seen whether, despite his honors date for retirement being tomorrow, the 16th August 2025, the President shall appoint and swear in his honor Aqua, who has already been vetted and shortlisted by the Judicial Council for appointment onto the High Court bench. Enti judge ya wono na tena asem so equality before the law. No quote non-equality principle from book or novelist any poet betray George Orwell Animal Farm. Wako quote we nyina akwa misquoting and some Idi Amin quote e kan ye no on skara ko Robert Mugabe so na kan nyina echi no amanfo judge the kukudam and lawyers kukudam even to the point say Ghana ba akwa condemn a senior na course no, because Ghana Bar Association today had cause to condemn the ruling of the court. Am I even in ruling crown? Ghana Bar Association are condemning no. Ebusia, ye were retired from pressure by were retired from Circuit Court bench. I'm now His Excellency the President John Mahama ebe sworn in Ako High Court bench. Ghana ye name be a hwe ya wo ho. Ye de me di agora asembe for yaso Ghana hanmo, because bibia politics ewura name memua ma be tie politics. And there was an issue I didn't address it. Ghana police, what happened? Now they want to say bibia abeye trend. Obi a mo bechini bia no insult any threat bechini pakra mo man photograph eba me hu say match no. Mo kwache fan comedy name people TikTokers no ebaye. Abronye the picture ebaye. Mo kwache we videos ni bibia ebaye. Mo kwache we bibia bai, mo kwache we bibia bai. Ema even kra no. Bebe ma baso. Guy no try say nka be cool ni ade ade no revolution no. Or ma kwache no. Bebe ma baso ma yade. Or no kwa photograph ebaye. Eye den na mo kwache chama ya zuka NDC chama no. Or the man for the picture ma abontene. Ay Ghana, ye hwe you, ye hwe ni me bi ye. Who say no one is more Ghanaian than other. Ye nyina ye Ghana for. Ye nyina ye Ghana for. I say 2025 ni me bi a air cost. I say nipa mu nyi mu ne. Eni me bi air cost no emo o man no. Excellency the President ebe swear justice ni in to the High Court bench. I'm away. Abia asem sebe ama medians mpebi na chire wadwen ewo ho. Ozo be ba chire wadwen ama me ewo comment section. Aha yi Penyah Block Media Accra.